And one more down over here. Hey there you, I am Eddie with Home Media Bliss. And for those that are following us, welcome back to our channel. And if you just found us, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you can stick around all the way to the end and we can entertain you. And then maybe we can get you to like us, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so when we drop a whole new video, it'll really help us in the channel. We're new to this whole YouTube game, but we're not new to the job. So, who is Home Media Bliss? Well, it's me, Eddie. I've been in the industry about 20 years. Right behind the camera is my son, Justin. He is 3 of 5. Okay, 3 of 5, I said that correctly. And inside we have Gus. He's been with us about 15 years. And today we are back in the Short Hills job. Now, who are we? Well, we're actually, to be honest with you, we're TV audio installers with a wannabe feel of getting into the construction side of things. All right, so we're actually TV installers, but we are getting attracted to the whole construction side. So due to that, we are super talented with our tools. We know what we're doing. And then I think that we have reached a level that we know everything on how to do a TV, how to install speakers, how to do Wi-Fi, how to do cameras. And it's like, we just really want something challenging before we get tired of the industry and kind of quit. So because of that, we have teamed up with a few people that hire us to do some of this handiwork, if you want to call it, all right? So today's video, we are working in the kitchen of the Short Hills job. We're gonna be removing the recessed can lights. We're gonna be running a new doorbell line for the kitchen entry door. And we're also gonna be adding a new touch panel line. So Justin is gonna run a line for that one. And we're also adding a TV location, all right? So enough yapping, let's go inside. Now, coming from the great room, we're gonna make our way into the kitchen. Now, if you remember from a previous video, you notice that the kitchen actually had cabinets. And if you take a look right behind me, all the cabinets are gone. So what we did off camera is we installed a new TV location and we added some wire. And today what we're doing is that the contractor actually wants a brand new line right over here for a control touch panel. And also he wants a wire outside for a doorbell. So over here, they never actually had a digital doorbell. They did have a mechanical doorbell, but we are putting a digital doorbell with a camera. So they can see people coming in from this area, from the driveway into this. All right, so off camera, already we ran a cat cable right over here for the doorbell. And Justin's actually upstairs in that office room that it's detached to the garage, and then jumped into the attic. That if you saw from the previous video, we were in the attic running some wires. So today what we're gonna do is, they already brought down the wire. So if you notice here, we have to make a cut right here. We're gonna put that cut right back and patch it up. Here's our cable for the outdoor doorbell. Here's our cable for the touch panel. So what Gus is actually working on, so you notice that little laser line that we thrown in there? He's actually gonna make a cut in the channel so we can get over here. All right, the basement is done. They don't want us cutting over there. See, the crown molding is done. They don't want us to take that out, so that's fine. So the only way to do this is by cutting on the back of this sheetrock, which it's gonna be cabinet. All right, so what we're gonna do is, we figured out a way, real cool trick that Gus is gonna do. On our oscillating tool, we put 2 blades right on it. See that on it? So Gus is actually gonna cut a channel along that laser line that we shot. You notice we shot a laser. Where's our laser? It's right over here, there it is. There's our laser right there, okay? And we're shooting a laser right across the wall right there. So then we're gonna grab our oscillating tool with 2 blades on it, and then Gus is actually gonna do a channel where the cable is just gonna sit right there. So when the cabinet guys install the cabinet, they're gonna see that line anyways, not to hit it. All right, hopefully. All right, so let me hand it over to Gus, and he's gonna take care of that cut. right, crew, check that out. Gus is done creating that channel by putting 2 blades on an oscillating tool, and he's working on that cable. He's gonna bring that cable right along this channel right over here, and then all we need to do is get to this existing LV cutout. There used to be a control system in here that was actually very ancient, so we're gonna put a new one. And once Gus gets that in there, the cabinet guy said that it's gonna be fine. We talked to the contractor, they said it's gonna be fine for us to do that right over there. And all right, so he's actually, there it is. He's talking to one of the colleagues. There's the oscillating tool with a dual blade on there. There's our cable waiting, and all he has to do is get that cable right over here. Let's get that going.
Alrighty, crew, to give a little explanation as to what Gus is doing here. So as you can tell, he already made the path notch for the wire, but right now you see that he's still, you know, using the oscillator tool to get in there, and what he's doing is that he's doing little notches between the beams so that he can simply just tuck the cable inside and get to where he needs to go, which is the touch panel. Like I said before, crew, as you can tell, Gus is just tucking in the cable right in between the notches, and then from there he's gonna put back the sheetrock so that patch guys can just simply put on their mud and then call it a day.
All right, crew, while Gus is working on this cable over here for that control touch panel, let's talk about the other cable that Justin and Gus ran, which is right over here. Here's the front doorbell. Actually, no, I'm lying to you. It's not the front doorbell. It's actually the side doorbell, an entry to towards the kitchen. So this cable that's right over here, they drilled through the brick. It's going right through the wall. And follow me. This is where Justin is working. So let me go upstairs. All right. Okay. So this is the office space detached. Now in the previous video, you noticed that we ran cables right over here and make this TV connection. We were inside this attic that basically partitions to the other side of the attic that connects all the wiring that we ran. So there it is right at the bottom right over here. So Justin ran all those cables, goes up through this way here. Okay, he's penetrating through there, and then that cable comes out from right over here, because above this, and then there he is. He's got the line right in there. Now he's gonna terminate that, because that cable, actually we have an existing switch right over here. It's PoE injected. So that doorbell is gonna be injected with power. There's also a mainline feed that goes from here all the way to the basement that's gonna connect to the main system. So that video from that doorbell is gonna go from that doorbell that's right there, up into the attic, come across, go into that closet, connects to the switch. The switch has a mainline feed that goes to the basement, and then it'll go connect to the other switch that's there, which is the core switch. And that core switch will then manage that video and then send it to the client's phone. Oh, we also have a Wi-Fi access point right over here that we previously installed. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. Okay, crew, we are making great progress today in the kitchen. Justin just finished terminating this cable right over here for the doorbell. He toned and tested that cable all the way to the switch. Let's go to the kitchen. And here is what's happening. I just finished terminating this outlet right here, okay? So I just terminated this TV connection over here with a in-walled Arlington box with a Decora recess outlet with 3 punch down keystones of network cable there. And Gus just finished getting us that touch panel cable that we needed over here. And check that out. He reinstalled the little piece of molding that we took out when we created that channel, when we put the 2 blades on the oscillating tool. He also put the pre-cut cable cut that we did over here on the wall. And now what we're working on is, there's Gus over here. I got my Doorbell on. And what we're working on is that we're actually removing all these lights that are over here. So we had some spotlights that were right over here. If you can tell, we already took them out. We're gonna have to repurpose that cable that's over here. We took one out over here, and we took one out over here, and another one from over here. So now the next thing to do is that we're gonna take out all these recessed hi-hats out, and we're gonna completely take all the cans, and they're gonna completely sheetrock this ceiling. Then later on, we have access to the to this kitchen from the top in the attic. So when they decide which lights they want, all we gotta do is just make the cut in the ceiling and then just drop the wire down from the attic. All right? So let's get on that time lapse and we'll get that done. All right, crew, so as we're making progress here in the kitchen to take down these hi-hat lights, I got Gus right over here, so if you notice, he's gonna be working down over here, so he's gonna be taking apart the hi-hats. And what I'm gonna do is, since we have access to the attic, why don't I just go to the attic, right? And help out Gus. So check this out, crew. I have already set up a light right over here. Okay, so if you remember from a previous video, we were running right around here, running some cables. And check this out. Oh, you can tell that Gus is working right over here. Let me help him out. I'm gonna take this can light out and, oh. Check it out, there's Gus, hey, buddy. He's actually down at the bottom so you can see him there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, each of these hi-hats actually has these pre-installed rings that are connected to all the joists. And so what we gotta do is, if I peek down here, we're just gonna disconnect them right from the junction box. We're gonna leave the Romex there because we're gonna reuse it again, but we're gonna disconnect the actual can light. So Gus, all he has to do is from below, hand them loose, and then what I'll do is that I'll just disconnect the Romex right over here. Right now the power is out, so we're working with no power. And then if you notice that the attic, it's kind of finished in some areas, so they pre-cut the flooring so we have access to the lights. So on the new lights, when we install the new lights, we're gonna install some pancake lights. All we gotta do is come back up here to the attic and just reconnect them on their junction boxes, okay? All right, so let's get going. All right, crew, so I'm up in the attic helping out Justin and Gus. They're down below in the kitchen. We're taking down these existing recessed can lights that we're gonna replace later on with pancake waffles. And let me give you a bird's eye view of what's going on. So I'm over here in the attic. See that Gus is working on that light over there. And let me see if I can able to take the phone down below, give you guys a view of what's going on. Let's see, you can see, there's Gus. Let's see if I can hold it. There's Justin and Gus. See, he's working on that light right now. Let's see what's Gus. Gus, hey, what's going on? What are you guys working on? All right, so there's Justin. You see, I'm up in the attic. I'm through the existing hole that the guys are gonna patch up later on, the sheetrock guys. So now I'm gonna make my way up to that light and take that apart. All right, there it is, crew. Let me give you a shot from there. There you see Justin sticking his hands right through that existing cutout for the existing can lights. You can see over here, there's the light, took it out. Now I'm gonna work with him. Let me move this light over here. All right. I'm gonna work with him to get to the can light. All right, let's see, where's that? All right, so then he's gonna loosen up the 2 screws so he can free up the ring from the bracket that goes from joist to joist. Now, Justin, you gotta take out the, why don't you take out these screws over here? As for Gus for the angle, no, you're not gonna be able to take it too easy out with the flathead. You're gonna need the angled, Justin's got an, you're not gonna, he's not listening. You're not gonna be able to take it out easy with the screwdriver. Gus was using the angled adapter on the drill with the socket. So go ahead and get that from him. All right, there it is, a lot easier. Okay, so he's taking the screw out, freeing up that ring. Okay, he's got 2 more on this side. Let's see if I can get him. If you can get a good angle there. Let's see. Move the light. Okay, so he's got to get those 2 screws there. Give him a little bit of light. There we go. Just got to free that up. Okay, let's get those 2 screws out. And I give him some good light over here. There we go. Good job. Okay, so that frees up the ring. Let me go ahead and cut this. Let me just cut this. We really don't need it. I'm also gonna cut the light because we don't need the light either. Okay, that's gonna free it up. Here we go. There we go, that's free. We don't need this. This is all gone. All right, it's gonna go to the metal scrapyard. There it is. Okay, there's Justin freeing some of the stuff. Again, folks, we are working with no power. Okay, all right, so it's gonna do some of these pigtails. We don't need them. Let me help him out a little bit. Okay, here he is. He's got his hands on that. Okay, and then folks, we're gonna go ahead and remove the junction box because we won't need it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. Again, we won't need it here because when we install the waffle lights, the waffles, they come with junction boxes. I just cut that Romex. It's right over here. Okay, that frees up this can. Let me go ahead and take it out. Okay, folks, there it is. Okay, let me give you a better view. There it is. We took that can out. Justin's at the bottom. Hey, hello. Here he goes at the bottom there. So I took that can out. Here's our Romex that we're gonna work with next time we come around. See, it's clipped up to the joist right there. We're gonna reuse that again. And all right, so let's do that about, I think 10 more times. There. Okay, let's go.
So from here, crew, you're going to see the process my dad takes to take out one of the housings of the kitchen lights. It may seem like a simple process, but in reality, it can be cumbersome because, you know, you have to be on all fours, you have to be in an angle, especially when working at an attic. But as you can tell, my dad can definitely get that job done. But from here, you're going to see the complicated process it can be when you don't have direct access to a housing. So the context as to why my dad is cutting up this huge square where the light used to be is because in the attic there's no access to where the specific housing is. So what my dad has to do is essentially cut this huge square, and now he's finally to essentially get his hands in there, take the housing out, and then also repurpose the electrical Romex that's waiting for us right there, as you can see.
Right, all that so I can get that out of there. It's a corner of the attic that we cannot get into, so I had to cut this. We're gonna cut this out, and then we're gonna repurpose the Romex. All right, so if you're wondering what I'm doing over here is, this is the light that is above the kitchen sink. So normally in kitchens, they like to put the sink by the window. And not only that, the existing sink, it's got plumbing already over here. So I'm thinking, the kitchen sink is still gonna stay here. We have not gotten a kitchen layout yet. We're just basically going in pure speculation. But the contractor told us, you guys gotta close it up in here. You guys gotta get out, take all your lights out of here. I gotta paint, I gotta patch. So then what I did here, the reason why I had to cut this is because the pitch of the roof, it's right there. We don't have access right here. So what I'm gonna do is, we might repurpose this cable or we might run some new ones. But what I'm doing here is that over here, there's actually a small catwalk plank right here. So there's some flooring board that's going across over here. So what I'm doing here is, I won't be able to reach this cable later on from the top. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take a round saw and I'm gonna make a round hole right here, all right? Okay, there it is. I made my round hole. Okay, once the sheetrock guys patch this up, we won't have access. All right, and then maybe we'll remember where the wire's at because we'll just watch our video in our own channel. All right, as you should, and as you should share and subscribe, and maybe drop a few comments below. Hit the bell for notifications when we drop a new video. But, so now what I'm gonna do is, if you notice, Gus, check this out, Gus. Gus is a camera guy today. So if you notice, I already did a cut on the top over here on this, above the soffit over here, what they call this the cove. And then just so I can reach here, so I'm gonna go up there, okay? I'm gonna grab the wire, okay, all right? Okay, here we go, you know, safely we'll do this. So I'm gonna grab that wire. If I see it, see that? I'm moving it, and now I am dumping it in my hole, okay? So now if you can see my fingers, this is the section where we're gonna be working from the top once they close all these walls. And then we'll be able to tie onto this cable. If it's a little short, then that doesn't matter. This will be a point of reference. And when we're up in the attic, I have that hole. We just throw a brand new line, or we can use this as an existing lifeline and pull the new one. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. All right, here's that big one that I did earlier. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work. Oh no, nope, too long. I'm taking some pieces of flooring. These are the boards that they're gonna use for the new floors, but there's some pre-cuts that are in here. I think I'm gonna use this. Put that in there. Let me get another one over there. Nail it, and then cross nail over here, toe nail it over here or something, and see if that'll work. All right, so I need another piece just like this. All right, so let's get another one, all right? I think this just might work. All right, and then of course with my safety glasses on. All right, I'll be right back. top. Looks like I got my 2 pieces that are gonna work. Okay, I think I like that. So let me go ahead and get this one going over here. All right. Okay, a little more. So it's nice and flush. So the mud can cover it up. Whoop. Okay, here we go. Still another one here. Alright, let's see over here. Okay. Okay, here it is. I got that. I'm gonna see if I can toe screw this one over here. Okay, it's gonna hold. Let's see if I can do the other one. Okay, the other one. Get this over here. All right, looks like that's gonna work pretty good. Okay, great. Okay, here we go. Okay, we gotta go this way so we can go a lot closer to that stud. Beautiful. All right, let's go right here. All right, beautiful. A little more so the mud can cover it up. Okay, let's get another one over here. Perfect. All right, let's see. I know it's not the prettiest thing. I'm not trying to win a beauty contest. I just want to cover this up so the sheetrock guys, you know. All right, look at that. All right. Okay, here we go. There. You know what? I'll put another one over here because I'm stressing that wood. Perfect. Okay, let's get another one here. Hey, looking good. All right, looks like I'm okay. Perfect. One more. Look at that, nice and solid. Oh, look at that. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, I'm just reinstalling. I had to make this cut earlier. There was a spotlight right here on this beam on the outside of this cove. So I actually had to pull the wire out in which I needed to open up over here so we can reach it. This is the end, see it's underneath the skylight. There's no walkway back there for us to reach the wire. And I don't think we're gonna be able to repurpose that wire because it's just gonna be trapped in there. We're just gonna have it dead in the ceiling or we're just gonna back pull it. And so what I'm doing is I'm just reinstalling the patch that the cut so they can patch it up. So see, there it is, it's just nice and simple. Just gonna put that in there. So the sheetrock guys, so they don't get mad at us. And one more down over here. What just happened? Now I have to fix that. Okay, so while we took a minute for Gus to stop passing out from laughter when I screw the patch up on my cut here, when I was trying to put this nailer on it, I totally forgot that I needed to put some at the bottom so then it would hold. And then right on camera, you saw that my cut just went right in for the patch. So, all right, so here we go again. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna try to reinforce it one more time, the right way. Okay, a little more. Okay, and now what I have to do is I needed to reinforce the bottom. And that's what I forgot to do. Okay, so I'm sorry about that, folks. I apologize. Okay, I'm new to this whole working at the same time and being a YouTuber, or at least a wannabe YouTuber. All right, so make sure you guys help us out, become official YouTubers by subscribing, sharing, dropping some comments, and hitting the bell for notifications so you guys can get notifications when we drop new videos. All right, so there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and put one more on the top over here so I can hold. It's all the way up to here, so I'm just gonna put another one. All right, there it is. Perfect. All right, let's see. All right, looks like it's not gonna go away. Okay. Gus is still laughing. That's okay. You know, why? It's a comedy show. We want to entertain you. So if it's funny, then it's funny. All right, so let's see if we can fix this over here. Let's see if I can get this done. All right, there it is, folks. All right, here we go. Let's do this again. Let me go ahead and block the beat just in case I screw up. All right, looks like I did not mess that up. Okay, good. All right, let's put one on right around. Oh, sorry, folks. Beautiful. Gonna get that in there. All right, here we go. At the bottom, like I tried earlier. Ah, look at that. Perfect. Okay. Put that in there. Oh. Screw it spinning. It's not making me happy. Okay, let's get another one over here. Okay, perfect. All right, ready to go. The sheetrock guys can just kind of throw their first mud on there, patch it up, ready to go. All right, let's go to the next. All right, crew, looks like we're wrapping things up for today. Let's do a small recap. We got the doorbell wire outside that Justin ran through the attic. We have our touch panel location for the smart control that's gonna be here where Justin notched up, I'm sorry, not Justin, that was actually Gus, I'm sorry. Gus notched up this wall right over here by putting 2 blades on the oscillating tool. I went over here and I terminated this TV location with the electrical and the data portion of it. We removed all those recessed lights that are up there that I had to jump into the attic, remove the cans while Justin and Gus were removing the cans from down below. Everything is swept up. I think we're gonna get on the road, wrap it up, and stay tuned for the next video. Let me give you a small preview of what we're doing in the next video. On the next video, we're gonna be working in the great room. I gotta cut this wall open right over here, remove all these switches, and compact them into a single gang box over here, and just leave one single switch right here for multi-lighting control. Stay tuned for that. We're gonna be working here in the great room where we gotta take down that chandelier. We have to take that down, so we'll borrow this scaffold. They want an electrical outlet right here for, I think, some sort of artwork. We're gonna do 2 more electrical outlets right over here. We're gonna do an electrical outlet right here, which we're gonna tie it in from that one. We're gonna do an electrical outlet right over here, and we're gonna tie it in from that electrical outlet right over there, so they can do some lighting on artwork that they're gonna put in there for some frames or something. I have no idea what it is. Then on the outside, from the great room, we're gonna be tapping in on those electrical outlets that are there. We're gonna pop them out, and then they want, on the outside of the great room, an electrical outlet right over here, and an electrical outlet right over here for the outside. I think they wanna plug in some stuff, maybe charge cell phones or something. There'll be GFCI, and stay tuned for that, it'll be fun. And for those that are asking, hey, are you guys electricians? I said, well, we identify ourselves as one. Stay tuned.